Most people think private investigators spend their days chasing cheating partners in dark alleyways. But the reality is, a lot of the jobs it's patience, paperwork, and knowing things that other people miss. And in the UK, becoming a private investigator is probably not what you think. In the UK, you technically don't even need a license to call yourself a private investigator. And that surprises a lot of people. There is currently no mandatory licensing system. Do you know, like there is for door supervisors or CCTV operators? But don't mistake that for an easy job, because getting work, it's a different story. Most reputable investigation companies, they want experience, and people who've succeeded in industry and already have backgrounds in sort of policing and your military intelligence, insurance fraud, etc., or like surveillance work. And why? Because a private investigator, the job really relies heavily on observation skills, communication and report writing. And it's not like gadgets you see in Bond movies or anything like that. Real private investigation work is often incredibly slow. It's hours sitting in cars, watching addresses and following vehicles legally and discreetly. Researching people online, that's a massive one. Building timelines and writing evidence reports for clients and solicitors that they can actually use in the court setting. And one mistake can easily ruin a case, especially if you break the law. And that's something people massively underestimate. Private investigators in the UK, you can't hack phones, you can't access bank accounts, you can't impersonate police officers. Many private investigators do place tracking devices on vehicles. And if you cross legal boundaries, you can end up in serious trouble really, really quickly. And that's why good investigators, they need to know the law inside and out. And that's especially around privacy, surveillance and data protection, your GDPR. Now, if somebody genuinely wants to get into that industry, most of it starts with like a training course, surveillance courses, investigation courses, statement writing. And some companies even allow you to shadow other operatives. But honestly, experience matters more than any sort of certificate. A former police officer who understands interviews, evidence, and human behaviour already has a huge advantage. And networking really matters too. A lot of investigators, private investigators, get work through contacts such as solicitors and insurance companies. Loads of businesses hire private investigators, and you get loads of work off other investigators as well, because your reputation in that industry spreads fast. And one bad job, people stop calling. And despite what the films show, most private investigators are not constantly chasing danger. The real skills are your attention to detail, spotting patterns, noticing behavioural changes. Some things other people overlook completely. And that's what makes somebody valuable in that type of work. People imagine private investigators living some sort of exciting life, and sometimes they probably do. But most of the job comes down to patience, discipline and observation. Because in the end, the people that succeed aren't the toughest. They're the people who notice what everybody else misses. Observation is a skill, and great investigators master that.